All right, everyone. I think it's now time to start our training. First of all, I want to thank all of you for joining us today. I hope that you will get to learn a lot. We have some great ideas to share. But mainly, I want to thank all of you for being a key spouse, for your dedication, for your support, for all of our Air Force families. And I hope you realize that you make a difference and you make an impact in our Air Force, and I really, really appreciate it. As you know, many of you know me, some of you don't. I am Berenice Castillo, and I am a key spouse mentor for the 49th Security Forces Squadron at Holloman Air Force Base. And I've been a key spouse mentor for the past 3.5 years. I was named the 2013 Air Force Spouse of the Year, and I have been advocating for this program for a very long time. I love to share ideas. I love to be in touch with other key spouses, and I really hope that I am able to help others to be successful and do the best that you can, and I know that a lot of you are just amazing. So what we're going to do now is once again here, mentors, key spouses. I know there's a few key spouse coordinators in our training, and I want to welcome you. And they're also a piece of this puzzle. And without our coordinators, you know, it will be hard for us to be here. So welcome everyone. This is pretty much the overview. I am going to show you a special message from Mrs. Betty Welch and Mrs. Athena Cody. I am going to talk to you about what happens after you're being assigned as a key spouse. I will share with you some great tips. I will also talk to you what to do when there's not enough support for you as a key spouse and for the program. And I will also talk to you about the ideas that I can share that are also very beneficial to promote the key spouse program around the installation. And at the end, we will get to share ideas, concerns. I will have some time to actually answer some questions. Right now, I want to say thank you to all that send me emails with questions and addressing concerns that they wanted me to talk about during this training. And I think that I covered pretty much everything. But like I said, at the end, we'll have some time to talk about those things, and I'll have some time to answer some questions. So right now, as you all know, this is Mrs. Betty Welch, the Air Force Chief of Staff spouse, and Mrs. Athena Cody. She is the spouse of Chief Master Sergeant Cody. And they have a very nice special message for all of the key spouses, and I will be sharing it with you in just a second. All right. Great message from spouses that are our number one advocates. They are always supporting this program and trying to find ways to improve the system and the support that we receive, not just at our installation, but the support that we receive from the Air Force. Can you hear me well now? I just want to make sure that we are still connected. Great. All right. So now we're going to go to what's next. I've been assigned as a key spouse. What comes next? What do I do? What after training? A lot of the times you get some great advice and some great guidance through your training. But once you get to the squadron, you're like, okay, what do I do now? What is my number one step? And something that has worked for me and that I can share for you is go ahead and schedule an appointment to meet with the commander and your key spouse mentor and the shirt. Talk to them about your ideas. What is it that you want to do at the squadron? What kind of proposals do you have? But also make sure that you ask them, what are their expectations? What is it that the commander wants to accomplish at the squadron? You need to have great communication with leadership and your mentor to make sure that families are taken care of. In order to accomplish a mission, everyone needs to be working on the same page. Something else that I can talk to you about is, if you don't know the way the squadron works, don't hesitate to meet with other leaders. Go ahead and ask questions. Tell them that you want to know how it works. If you know the way it works, then you don't feel hesitant to address any issues. A lot of the time, something that I've seen, that a lot of key spouses are struggling getting information from the squadron. A lot of the times we don't know who's coming in, who's going out, who's deploying, who's not deploying. We don't even have a way how to get a hold of the information. Well, this is the reason why you want to talk to leaders at the installation. You want to know who's in charge of deploying the airmen. You want to know who's in charge of the sponsorship program. You want to be involved with everyone. This is the only way that you'll be able to get the information that you need from the squadron. And the better relationship that you have with all those key leaders, the more successful that you'll be, and the more families that you'll be able to reach out. Something else that I want to share with you is that if you don't know the needs of your squadron, a lot of the times as brand new key spouses, and even not brand new key spouses, a lot of the times we have a hard time finding out the needs of the squadron. What is it the families, spouses, what is it that they need? What is it that they want? How can we support them? Well, something that you can do is plan a get-together. Don't call it a social, just call it a get-together. Get to meet other spouses. This is going to be your opportunity to create your own survey and ask spouses, what is it that you want from your key spouses? What is it that you need? How can we support you? What would you like to see at the squadron that we are not doing right now? And I can tell you that is going to be very beneficial for you to find ways to fill the needs, to make sure that you fill those gaps within the squadron. And something that has helped me a lot recently is between me and our key spouses, we came with this idea of forming groups. And what we are doing, for example, I am in charge of the self-improvement group. We meet once a month. And what we do with these groups is we are teaching spouses anything, something that beneficially will empower spouses. Last month we had the five languages of love. I'm sorry, I forgot the name. And we actually had someone from our ANFRC to come and teach the class. The chapel donated the books. And our spouses actually brought their spouses to the class. And they got to learn how to communicate with each other. They learned how to work with their relationship. So our key spouse functions are not only social events. We're actually trying to do something that will give them an extra tool to have a healthy family, and relationship. This is something that you can do at your squadron. All the squadrons are different. Not everyone runs the same way, but we all share something in common. All the squadrons have a need, and our role is to be there to support. So something that you can do, like I said, is the groups. There's another group if you wanna create, it can be a cooking group. So you meet once a month and you share recipes. You learn how to cook a different dish. There's a lot of things that you can do as a key spouse to bring participation, to get to know the spouses. And you know what? Spouses, the more time they spend with you, the more they'll get to trust you, and the easier that they're going to come to you when they have a challenge or a difficulty or something going on at home. So these are right now my mainly what to do next after you're being assigned as a key spouse. Even if you're a brand new key spouse at a squadron, if you just moved to another squadron, you've been a key spouse for a few years, we have to be creative. The sky is the limit. We have to always be reinventing. How can we do something different? How can we bring participation? How can we reach out to more families and help more? All of those are need. Believe me, I know that there's a lot of need out there, and I know that we are here to do just that, to assist them. And something I want to share with you now is the formula for a successful key spouse team. We all know that everyone at the key spouse team, we all have different roles. And we know that this is a commander's program. The commander owns this program, and they are in charge to make sure that they have not just a key spouse team, but to make sure that the team is successful and active, and it is out there promoting and assisting. We also have the first sergeant, the key spouse mentor, and of course you, all the key spouses. I am going to talk to you about the role of each one of them and how you can actually get them involved in case if you're not receiving the support that you need. The commanders. Commanders is a priority here. Like I said, they are the ones that own the program. They are the ones that can make the changes. They are the ones that can make anything happen. Anything that you need, anything that you need when it comes to support, the commander can make it happen. If for any reason the commander does not support the program for any reason, we have to give the credit and the benefit of the doubt to all the commanders. There are a lot of the times their job is so consuming and their mission is complicated that a lot of the times they don't have a lot of time to focus on the key spouse program. So something that you can do is go ahead and meet with the commander and go ahead and say, look, I understand that you're the commander, you're busy, and there's so much that you got to do, but I'm here to support you. I am part of your team. What can I do to help? Or you can actually share and say, look, this is what I can do to help. I want to make sure that our families are taken care of. Please give me your support and we'll have a successful key spouse team. Commanders love to see and hear key spouses that are committed, they want to be part of the team, and they actually bring solutions to the problems. Something that I don't have time for is complaining and gossiping and any of that. They want to hear solutions. They believe it or not, they love to see spouses getting involved. And once you show your dedication, how professional you are, you have the desire to make a difference, you will not be rejected. Anyone will love to have that. So do not feel intimidated. You meet with the commander and talk about these things. Not because the commander doesn't support the program at a certain time doesn't mean that you have to give up. You have to keep pushing. Another one is the first sergeant. We all know that once the commander supports you, the first sergeant will too. The first sergeant it is one of the main pieces of this puzzle. We all know that we go to the church when we have problems, families with challenges, difficulties, they'll go to the church. The church knows who's doing well and who's not doing well. So this is the person that will tell you, we have families in need. We have someone in difficulty. What can we do to help? So the closer you are to the church, the more information that you will receive. I will advise you to invite the first sergeant to all of your meetings. A lot of the times they cannot make it because they're so busy. Try to be a little bit flexible with them and meet with them. This is the time for them to see what key spouses are doing, what is it that they plan to do, and the church will be able to share information of those they need your assistance. Not everyone is going to reach out to key spouses. They're going to go directly to the first sergeant. Well, guess what? The first sergeant can come to you and say, hey, we have this family's in difficulty and challenge and problems. How can we help? What can key spouses do to assist? The mentor. You know, we have a little bit of difficulty with the mentor role. The mentor role, most of the time, is a commander spouse. But we all know that not all the commander spouses can actually volunteer to be spouses because they work, they go to school, they homeschool. There's so many reasons why they cannot take the role, and we completely respect that. But something that can be done, if for any reason there is no mentor, someone needs to be assigned. So for all of those mentors that are in this webinar, please remember that if you can assign someone else in your place because you can no longer take the responsibility, please don't hesitate to do it. Meet with key spouses, interview them, find your best candidate to take the role. Do not leave this gap between a key spouse and leadership and not having a mentor because they will be lost. They need someone to guide them. They need someone to lead them. They need a mentor. And if you do have a mentor, key spouses, please remember, a lot of you stay at a squadron more than 2 years so that you get to see more than one commander, you get to see more than one key spouse mentor, and something to keep in mind is that everyone works differently. So we have to be a little bit flexible with that. We cannot have expectations that everyone or all the mentors or all the commanders or all the shirts will work the same way. Once again, something that all of you have in common is that we all want to help families and we want to make sure everyone is healthy. But don't have the expectations that everyone will work in the same way. You can meet with a brand new commander, the brand new mentor, the brand new shirt and say, look, I've been doing this way for so long. It's been helping, it's been successful, or you know what, it's not working, we need help, this is what I need you to do for me. So it's as soon as you have a new commander, new mentor, new shirt, meet with them and talk to them about what you've done as a key spouse. If you need your support or if you think that there's no need for changing anything. It is up to the commander to make changes, but I can tell you that if you have a rhythm and you are a successful key spouse and families are being taken care of, the commander or the mentor or the shirt will not change anything. If it's working, they're not gonna break it. They're not gonna change it. So it is your opportunity to also guide them when it comes to this. And for all of our key spouses, just remember that you are the first emotional responder. We learned during training that we are not counselors, we are not doctors, we are not any of that. We are just here to reference families, to resources, and provide guidance. But what happens when you build a relationship with spouses so close that when they are in trouble, they come to you first than anything else? Well, you know what? That makes you the first emotional responder. And although we're not counseling, we're not providing anything like that, we are guiding spouses. We are telling them where to go. If they are having problems at home with their spouse, we know what to tell them. Hey, Go to the MFLAG, go to Military One Source, go to Family Advocacy. There's so many places where they need to go. So please, please see yourself as a first emotional responder, because most of the time they're going to come to you before anyone else. So remember that your dedication, your energy is what is going to make a difference in the lives of those in need. So please be respectful towards the program and those that you are helping, those that need you. The more that you respect, the more that you are a role model, the more that you lead this program the best you can, the more that you're going to earn the trust from others. And believe me, it works. That eventually the airmen will come and ask you for assistance. We had a couple of airmen. They came directly to us and say, I'm having problems with my wife. How can you help me? And once you have an airman coming to you, you know that you have accomplished a lot, because now they trust you to come and say, help me and my spouse. So focus on that you got to earn their trust. Don't expect that. You got to earn it. Now I'm going to talk to you what to do when you don't have the support. Well, I just mentioned a little bit about that. If you don't have the support, don't get discouraged. If you go and propose something, you want to change something, and they tell you, you know what, not right now. No, you know what, we cannot do that. Don't take that no for an answer as something to stop you to do what you want to do. Use that no as a challenge and keep pushing. You got to accomplish the mission somehow. So you got to push. You got to propose different. You got to meet another time. You got to send emails. You got to be persistent. If you don't have, once again, a key spouse mentor, hey, make an appointment. Meet with the commander and nominate yourself. Don't be afraid. Don't feel intimidated. Do not underestimate the capability that you have to be a mentor, to make a difference. I'm sorry, I'm just going to mention something pretty fast. I will be sharing this live presentation with everyone. Later on, I will give you details of how to get a hold of the presentation. So don't worry about having to be printing pages right now. I will give you the entire presentation for you to use and print and share with others. So going back to the mentor role, do not hesitate to nominate yourself. If you feel that, hey, you know what, I think I know enough and I want to help and I want to make a difference and I don't have a mentor, I can be that mentor. So please go ahead and make the appointment and nominate yourself. When you meet with a commander, with a shirt, with your mentor, do not forget that you're addressing a lot of concerns and a lot of issues that are going around with other families. But when you talk to them, bring solutions to those problems. Share ideas, share proposals. Don't just bring the concerns to the table. Like I said earlier, a lot of the times when the commander gets to meet with us, it's only for a few minutes because their schedules are so busy. Be productive with that time. Make it the best. And don't just focus on the problem. Focus on the solution. You can mention the problem for a minute or two, but focus on a solution for 5 minutes. Make sure that you show the commander that your focus is on the fixing the issue and not focusing on, oh my God, how bad it is. This helps a lot. Believe me, I am married to a commander and I always talk to them and I ask them, what is it that you like to see from key spouses? What is it that you would like to hear from them? And he's the one that shares a lot of ideas and say, look, a lot of the times I don't have the time to meet with everyone. I don't have the time to go to all the meetings. But when I go to the meetings and I see everyone on the same page working on a solution and not focusing so much on the problem, that gives me confidence that the squadron is being represented the best that I could have done it. So believe me, commanders love to see that. Another thing is believe it or not, your installation can be an outstanding installation when it comes to supporting the Key Spouse program. But not all the installations have that. A lot of the times, squadron commanders are not supporting it, or the group commander, or even the wing commander. And you know what? We're kind of lost because we don't know what to do. We're trying to push and promote, and we don't know where to start because no one is supporting. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of ideas on how to do that. If you are one of those key spouses that want to make a difference and promote the program and make it stronger, and hopefully raise the awareness with military leaders, I will suggest you to, if it's not just you, bring a group of other key spouses that have the same desire. And be visible around the base. Volunteer at a group support during base at the installation events. If they have a town hall meeting, hey, you know what? Be there. Wear your name tag. Introduce yourself to other spouses. Talk to them about the Key Spouse program. Go to your Key Spouse coordinator and say, look, there's not a lot of promotion here. There's not a lot of support. We want to change that. We want to be able to make a difference. Please let us know when there's going to be an event where key spouses can go to. Go to Hardlink classes. Go to Spouse Information Days. Go to all of those events where you know spouses are going to be there and you can talk to them about the Key Spouse program. You can introduce yourself. And you know what? People are going to see it. People are going to see that you are advocating, that you are promoting. And you will eventually get the attention that you need. So don't get discouraged. A lot of the times, it takes a little bit of work, but it's worth it. Because at the end, you will be able to reach out to those families that need you. So don't feel bad about it. I understand sometimes we feel like, really? I have to go here and I'll go there and promote. But you know what? It is so worth it. It is so worth it. And when you have an email from a spouse telling you, thank you for your help, now you know that you're doing a great job. And now you know that all your hard work and effort is paying off. Because now you know that you are helping those that need you. When you are meeting other spouses, if, for example, you have a spouse that comes to you and say, you know what, I don't know my key spouse, but I need help. Do not push the spouse away and don't say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not your key spouse. I can really help you. You know what? Take their name, their phone number, email address, and tell them, you know what, I'm a key spouse. I'm not assigned to your squadron, but I will love to find the assistance that you need. You know what? I'm going to give your information to our key spouse coordinator, or you can go to the ANFRC and they can guide you. They can help you find your key spouse, or if you don't have a key spouse, they will help you find the resource that you need. If for any reason you know this spouse very well because she's your neighbor, then you know what? You can help. But at the same time, do not forget to direct them to the key spouse coordinator and try to find their key spouse. We want to make sure that the key spouses don't get, I don't want to say in trouble, but that other key spouses don't feel that other key spouses are crossing the lines within the squadron. So we don't want to leave a family behind, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we don't cross boundaries. I hope it makes sense. If you have a spouse that comes to you and tells you, you know, my spouse is deploying, I'm no longer assigned to the squadron, but I need help. Once again, don't push them away. Not because they're not assigned to the squadron anymore, because their spouse is deployed, then we can still assist them. We can still help them. If for any reasons they're not assigned to your squadron anymore, and they need assistance that is outside of your limits or there is out of your control, send them to the INFRC. The key spouse coordinator can help this family, can assist the spouse. If the spouse needs information on phone numbers or needs a little bit of guidance, hey, you know what? You can provide that information. Not because they're not assigned to your squadron anymore doesn't mean that they don't deserve any assistance from us. So those that are deploying and are no longer assigned to your squadron, but they still live on base because they have to wait for orders, then you know what? Although they're not assigned to your squadron, they're still part of your family. They were part of your family before, and nothing stops them from being part of your family. So don't forget them and try to get a hold of them. And from time to time, send an email and say, hey, I know you're not a part of this anymore, but we want to make sure that you're doing okay. I also had an email from a spouse saying, hey, my spouse is deployed, but I'm going to your installation. How can I get a hold of my key spouse so that I know who they are, and when I get there, I'm not so lost. The same thing. If for any reason someone gets a hold of you from a spouse that is coming from another place, and when they get to your installation, their spouse is deploying, don't forget about them. Not because their spouse is not back or because they're not assigned yet doesn't mean that we cannot assist. We can send them once again to NFRC, our key spouse coordinator. We can provide whatever information they need that we can provide. During these times, we cannot afford to leave a family without assistance. Like I said before, there's a need out there, and there's a reason why we are here as key spouses. So let's not waste an opportunity to reach out to others, one way or the other, even if they belong to us or they don't, if they no longer belong to the squadron, if they are coming in, whatever reason, if you get an email, a phone call, or something from a spouse saying, hey, I need help, you ask what is it that they need first, and then the second question can be, well, tell me what your spouse does. Do you know if you have a key spouse? But the first question you need to ask is, how can I help you? So I hope this kind of makes sense. And also, be persistent. A lot of the times you're going to feel that leaders don't take you seriously. Sometimes you're going to feel that the spouses that don't really want to hear you. They don't care for the key spouse program because they've heard really bad things about the program. And you get rejected here and there. Don't get discouraged. Be persistent. Giving up and stop doing what we love to do is only going to show others that we were never serious. A lot of the times, in order for you to earn the trust of the spouse or leaders or the airmen, it's going to take more than 1 or 2 times or more than 3 or 4 events. Sometimes you get to get their trust right at the first time you talk to them. Sometimes it takes time. So we cannot give up just because someone trusted me the very first time and I'm having a hard time with someone else. Everybody's different, and we cannot have expectations like that. And we cannot give up. We have to be persistent. We are the ones that represent the squadron, we represent the program, and we cannot afford to give up. So be persistent. Now, ideas to help promote the key spouses. Now, this is something that you can do at a squadron level, at a group level, or a wing event, at a wing level. You got to remember that the most important thing is that you need to earn the trust of the airmen or leaders or the spouses. Without the trust, you're not going to go anywhere. If they don't get to trust you, they're not going to allow you to reach out to their families. This is why we have to be very careful when it comes to gossiping and breaching confidentiality. That should not be tolerated at all. We are here to help. We're not here to spread rumors or anything like that. This kind of behavior actually kills the reputation and the credibility of the program. So as representatives, we have to make sure that we do the best that we can to not find ourselves sharing information with others that we should not be doing. I feel that a lot of the times the reason why key spouses find themselves in some kind of difficulty or trouble because they share information that they were not supposed to with others. I don't feel that it is done with an intention of hurting anyone. A lot of the times it is because they don't have the guidance from the commander or they don't have the guidance from a mentor, and they find themselves asking someone else, what should I do? Well, if we realize that not only we're asking questions to others that maybe are not trained to give us advice, and we're sharing information that we should not be doing. So this is why I said at the beginning, meet with the commander right away, meet with the mentor, meet with the shirt. You got to start building relationships so that when you are in a situation that you don't know how to handle, you go to those three and ask, what can I do? This just happened. How do I handle it? What do I need to do? Instead of talking to others as you shouldn't, and then others are going to perceive it as gossiping and you getting people in trouble. And you know, like I said, I know that key spouses do not want to hurt anyone. A lot of the times it's done because they don't have the guidance or support that they need. The first picture that you see on your left side, that is me briefing during a commander's call. I brief at a commander's call and I bring the team of key spouses every time there's a commander's call. And every time we talk about the same thing. And you know what? They all laugh about it, but I always tell them, yep, I'm sure to say the same things again. Here are the key spouses. This is what we're doing. This is our mission. This is what we want to accomplish. Please let us help you and take care of your families. And after they see you over and over and over, they get to see like, oh, wow, I guess they really mean it. And then they get to see the things that you're doing, and they start trusting you. And then a lot of the times they come with their spouse to the events, and you get to see that they're feeling a little bit more at ease to trust you when it comes to their families. So even if you are saying the same thing over and over and over, repetition helps. Be persistent. And if they hear the same thing over and over and over, eventually they'll get it. Eventually they'll say, yep, here's a key spouse. I know what they want to do. I know their mission. I know what they're trying to accomplish. All they need is me allowing them to reach out to my family. Well, I guess it's time for them to do it. So be persistent and make sure that commanders are always getting the key spouse team involved. That way they get to see you and they get to know you and they get to see all the key spouses from the squadron, not just one, not just the mentor, but everyone. And then the picture that you have on the top on the right side, do you have a key spouse banner? And the banner at the bottom says, have you met your key spouse? This is a great tool for you to promote the program at all events, squadron, group, and wing. Like I said earlier, if there is a town hall meeting, if there's some kind of info fair, there is some kind of hard link or anything like that, propose to the key spouse coordinator, propose to your mentor, you know what, let's promote this even better. Let's bring a banner, let's bring a table. And all the key spouses at the installation can actually rotate to represent key spouses at different events. You can bring a survey and just ask for a few questions. Your name, the squadron, email address, and ask them, do you know your key spouse? And if for any reasons you have spouses that do not know their key spouse, give these forms to the key spouse coordinator, and the key spouse coordinator will help them find their key spouse. This is a great way to connect key spouses and spouses that have not been able to meet yet. So once again, promotion is very, very necessary. Promotion and helping spouses to learn what the Key Spouse program is all about. Now, more ideas. We have a board. These are pictures on the left side, pictures of the boards that we have at our squadron. The top picture has the pictures of our key spouses, and we have brochures and flyers from organizations, from the installations on base, and from resources that families have available. This never changes. We just keep adding. The more resources, the more that we get to add. The bottom board, it is the one that we show when it comes to events. Events at our squadron, at a group, at a wing level, and even outside the installation. This can be events that are happening at the community. And that's a great question. Our boards are right next to the first sergeant's board. Almost everyone gets to go to the first sergeant's office for something. Well, while they're waiting in the hall, they get to see everything that the first sergeant has on the board, and guess what? The key spouses are right next to them. So the airmen have the opportunity to see what key spouses are doing, what they are promoting, and if you have the time to propose more than one flyer, that way the airmen can take that one home, go ahead and do that. This is a great way to promote within the squadron what key spouses are trying to do. And go ahead and invite the airmen and tell them, hey, bring your spouse to the squadron, show them the boards, tell them what they have here as resources and what they can do to attend to classes, to trainings, and all of that stuff. Now here in the middle, we have recognizing key spouses. And I want to address the key spouse mentors and the key spouse coordinators that we have right now here at the webinar. Please recognize your key spouses and their dedication, their effort, their time, their commitment, their everything. I know that a lot of people do not like recognition. They don't need recognition to be successful, to be the best. But you know what? From time to time, it's nice to see that a key spouse gets recognized for their effort, for their time. And you know what? We can recognize key spouses every quarter as well. We don't have to wait for just one time in a year. I think that key spouses need to be recognized every quarter. And wing commanders can make it happen. So propose it. Propose that key spouses need to be recognized. The more that we recognize key spouses for their effort, and the more often that we do it, the more credibility the program is going to have, because others are going to see that we are recognizing the effort and the time and the great job that our key spouses are doing. So if we want credibility and we want support from others, we need to show what we do. And this is a great way to show that we are doing amazing things, and that's why we are recognizing our key spouses. So please take this in consideration and recognize your key spouses. And at the end, I have a Facebook page. Now, we have to be careful with Facebook pages. A lot of the times, we want to make sure that others are not allowed to post. Make sure that they have access to send you private messages. But don't allow others to post, because then people are going to start complaining, and then they're going to start saying other things that they should not be saying. And from there, you're going to end up in the middle of drama. And this is not the purpose of the Facebook page. This is only for information purposes, so that you can share articles, blogs, you can share links for new resources, you can share information about the squadron, about the group, about the wing. Now, make sure that you are careful with OPSEC. Make sure that you don't share information on deployments, who's leaving, at what time, the place, when they're coming back, the time, the day. Make sure that we do not violate any of those guidelines. Let's make sure that we are protecting everyone, and that the only information that we're sharing is something that is not going to harm anyone. So, like I said, articles, blogs, websites, there's so many resources out there that can be shared on Facebook that doesn't really provide information that can hurt others. And then I'm going to go to the events. I don't know if any of you have seen, but here at Security Forces, we've seen that when we have events, when we have our training classes, when we have our get-togethers, when we make it a family event, everyone comes. When we make it only spouses, participation is very low. Well, you do what you got to do to help. You do what you got to do to bring participation. And if that means that from now on you're going to have training classes for husband and wife, make it happen. And if your next time that you get together to learn about resources and you're having a pizza day, if they want to bring their spouse, you know what? They're more than welcome. A lot of the times they feel comfortable bringing their spouse. That way they know what the key spouses are all about. A lot of the times they don't know anyone and they feel someone by their side so that they don't feel so out of place. Whatever the reasons are, if making the events a family thing helps better and brings more participation, don't say only with spouses, only spouses, because then the participation is going to be lower. So, in other words, be flexible. Try to find different ways. Okay, now this one, let's make it a family and see how many people show up. Next time, let's make it only spouses. Let's see how that works. So be creative. Be creative and see what works better for the squadron and what brings more participation. Now we have more ideas. As you all know, we are more than just socials. Key spouses is not about socializing and not being productive. We are the opposite. We are about helping, assisting, empowering, educating. We are here to make the best of it, not just about socializing. So you can do food drives. If you have a food pantry at the squadron, hey, you know what? Do a food drive. You can make it at the squadron. If you don't have a food pantry at the squadron, go ahead and find a food pantry or a food bank outside the installation. A lot of the times, these places help the airmen and their families a lot. So it would be nice if we give something back, something in return. Picnics. Make sure that the commander and leaders are part of this. If you have a picnic and you're going to have families coming and having a great time, invite leadership. Ask them to be part of it. They're part of the family. They're part of the team, and they got to show their support. Even if they can just be there for a little bit, that's fine. But just going there and shake hands and say hi and spend a few minutes with the families and the airmen and make sure that everyone is doing good, that makes a big difference. So encourage leadership and your mentors, everyone to participate. Now, on the next picture, we have care packages. You know, it would be nice if the key spouses get together and they send care packages to the deployed members of the squadron. Invite spouses to come and help and make boxes, or you can actually ask the kids of the squadron to draw something and send them to the deployed members. There's so many different ways that you can actually get families involved to send something in appreciation to our deployed members, or just something nice for our deployed families at the squadron. Once again, the sky is the limit, and there are a lot of different ideas. If any of you needs more assistance or would like to talk to me, I will give you my information at the end. That way you can get a hold of me. At the bottom, I have a picture of key spouses helping planning the Christmas party and making decorations and all of that. Be part of everything the squadron does. Not everyone has the time. Not everyone can do it every single time. You can rotate, but be part of the squadron. Be part of the family, and make sure that you leave the key spouse fingerprint on everything you do. That's the only way that others are going to get to see what you do, because you're part of it, because you participated, because you donated, because you were part of it. And at the end, once again, for the mentors that are here, don't forget to do some kind of recognition at your home, at the chapel, the community center, somewhere where you can actually bring your key spouses and do something nice for them, even just to drink coffee and cookies, or just so that you get to thank them and show appreciation for what they've done. And a lot of the times it's nice because you get to learn a lot more from other key spouses, what they do, what their lives are. Because a lot of the times when we meet, all that we do is talk business. Well, a lot of the times it's nice to meet and talk about our families, talk about ourselves. This is your opportunity to make sure that your key spouses are doing well. A lot of the times they're focused so much on helping others, they forget that they need to take care of themselves before they can help others. So make sure that you have opportunities to meet with them, even if on a one-on-one, on a group, but make sure that they are fine. Make sure that they're not forgetting to take care of themselves before taking care of others. All right. Here, key spouses and the need for more training. Key spouses, please do not miss the quarterly or monthly training that your key spouse coordinator offers. This is extremely beneficial for you. A lot of these trainings are mandatory, and we all know that, so you cannot skip those mandatory ones. But when they have trainings here and there because they want to share information with key spouses, do your best to be there. This is part of our role. The more that we train, the more that we learn, the more knowledgeable we are, and the better that we get to help others. So make sure that you're always there. If you're interested in a certain topic, you want to learn about something new, about something going on at the installation, about an agency, about family advocacy, about security forces, about anyone, go to your key spouse coordinator, talk to your mentor and say, look, I think it would be a great idea to propose certain topics. It will be great if key spouses get to learn about certain things. And you know what? I can guarantee you that they'll like those ideas. And the more ideas that you share, the better the trainings will be. So if you're not very excited with the trainings, with the topics that you're learning, please bring a solution and bring ideas and what other topics, what other things you would like to learn while you go to this kind of training. So please do not miss your training. This is something that is going to make you stronger, wiser, more knowledgeable, and prepare you to be the best key spouse. Right now, I wanna talk to you about my final thoughts, and I hope I was not going too fast. I just wanted to share some things with everyone. I hope I can get to do this kind of trainings more often, and every single time we can address a different topic and concerns that a few of you might be having at your installation. But I just want to talk to key spouse mentors and once again to say, you know what, if for any reasons you cannot dedicate time to the program anymore, please don't feel bad. Do not feel obligated. We all have those times when we can volunteer, other times when we can't. Don't feel bad about it or obligated just because your spouse is a commander. Please share the information with others, with your spouse, even with a shirt and say, you know what, I can no longer do this, but let's find someone that can take my spot. Not as a commander spouse, but your spot as a key spouse mentor. We all know there are two completely different roles. The one married to the commander, which is the command spouse, and you get to go to orientations, you get to go to staff meetings, you get to go to all of those squadron leadership related events. When it comes to the key spouse mentor, that has nothing to do with being married to the commander. This is all key spouse related training, how do we help, ideas, all of that stuff that is related to the key spouse program. So if someone takes the spot of a mentor that is not the commander's spouse, there can still be communication between the mentor and you as a command spouse, because you two are playing two completely different roles, but at the same time, you two need each other in order to make things happen. So mentors, if you can no longer take the role for any reasons, you're not going to do it, don't feel bad, but don't leave a gap. Let's not leave our key spouses wandering around what to do and doing something they're not supposed to, and they're not receiving guidance. As key spouse mentors, we also have a big responsibility as part of this big puzzle. We got to make sure that they succeed. We got to make sure that we give them the tools and the opportunities to help others. So this is what I wanted to tell the mentors. And for key spouses, you know, you are the motor that keeps this program moving. Without your energy, your dedication, your enthusiasm, all of that, we're not going anywhere. So please don't stop. We need you. We need our key spouses to do exactly what you're doing. And if you have better ideas, hey, share with us and let us know how we can improve this. Do not be afraid to be a leader. Even if you have a mentor, but you can help lead the program, and you can help by providing ideas and improving how the system works. Do not be afraid to be a leader. Do not be afraid to share ideas. No idea is bad. Believe me, we are at a point that we need everybody's ideas to make this better. So don't think, maybe it's not that great. Well, you never know. Maybe you're thinking about something that we're not even thinking of, and your idea is just perfect and what is needed. So don't underestimate your ideas, and please share. As an advocate, remember that you are the voice of a lot of spouses. You are the ones that get to share with others what is needed, what spouses want to see. So take advantage of that and be the best advocate that you can, and support spouses the best that you can. And like I said, as being the voice of all of these spouses at the Squadron, don't do something that is gonna break the trust. Don't do something that the spouses will say, oh, she took advantage of being the voice and now she's not doing what she was supposed to. Prove to them that you were chosen because you are the perfect candidate for this role. Prove to them that you are here to help and not to get anyone in trouble or gossip about anyone. You are just here to make a difference and change the lives of spouses. And even if you change the life of a spouse one at a time, that is a big difference. We are heading somewhere. So don't get discouraged because only one or two spouses came to your event or your training class, even if it's only one. That is one life that you're changing. So don't focus on the number. Focus on the quality, on the quantity, not on the quantity of people coming, but what you're offering to them. That's what you gotta focus on. Man, even one spouse, all right, we did it. One more spouse that received the training, let's focus on the other ones. So don't get discouraged with that. Continue doing what you're doing and improve whatever needs to be improved. And keep up the great work. I love this program. I will advocate as long as I can. I will try to share my ideas and empower all of you. I believe in all of our key spouses. I love all of our key spouses, and I think I do the things I do. This is the reasons why I do it, because I love our key spouses. I love what they want to see. I see the potential. I know what they are capable of doing. And if there's a little something, a little tiny thing that I can do to help you, to help others, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me and call me or email me or something, and I'm here to help anyone. And I am proud to serve as a key spouse with all of you. I think it's a great role. I just love to be a key spouse. I don't say that I'm a mentor. I'm a key spouse. I'm proud to be a key spouse. I'm a key spouse before I'm a mentor. Kind of like what I said about my husband. He is a commander, but before a commander, he is a security forces officer. But before a security forces officer, he's an airman. That's the way I feel about me being a key spouse mentor. I'm a key spouse before anything else, and I'm proud of it, and I love it. So thank you so much for do what you do, for being who you are, and for being a key spouse. Here, I'm just going to leave you with the slide with information how you can get a hold of me. I was gonna put my phone number there, but I was thinking, this link is gonna be all over the place. I'm not sure I want to put my phone number there. But if you need to talk to me, send me an email. We can schedule an appointment, and I will be more than glad to talk to you and let you know how I can help. And if there's any guidance I can provide, I would love to do that. I also have a Facebook page. It's called Air Force Key Spouse Network, and many of you follow it already. And I try to share information and ideas on this Facebook page. And also, many of you know that I am the founder and president of the Military Spouse Advocacy Network. Very soon, we will be a nonprofit organization. And what I want to do is link this organization with our key spouses and our NFRCs and our installations. I want to be able to bring funding and resources and things that we don't have at our installation. I want to be able, as a nonprofit, bring those things that are needed. So if any of you is interested on learning about MSAN, becoming an advocate, or just following the things that we do, please go ahead and do it. Here's an email and the Facebook page and the website. So now I am gonna leave it open for any questions. I saw that there was some activity on the site. I apologize if I was not able to catch it all because I was trying to focus on the slide, but I could see that there was some comments on the site. So please let me know if there's any questions that you may have, and you can type them on the side. I can answer right now, or if you feel more comfortable just sending me an email, please let me know. While we wait for any questions or anything, I would like to say thank you for joining me. I know that you're taking time out of your busy schedule to be here as well. And please, do what you do. I know that I've said it a lot of times, but I get emotional about it because all of our key spouses have the potential to be the difference and to make a difference. And a lot of the times we don't see that. And I've been in those shoes, and sometimes I feel overwhelmed. I feel that I don't do enough. Sometimes I feel that, why am I here? Some other days I'm feeling like, oh my God, I think I can change the world. And I want to do that, even if it's one spouse at a time. But please do not, if you feel discouraged, don't give up. Give me a call. Call another key spouse. Do not let those feelings of being afraid or not sure about what you're doing or what you're doing is good enough. Meet with someone, talk to someone. Don't let that feeling overwhelm you and end up giving up. Please help others. The more that we help others, the more that we empower, the more that other spouses are going to do what we do. We are leading by example here, ladies and gentlemen. As key spouses, we are leading by example. But if we show others that we can also serve and we can also help others, then it is good for them, because when they get it, and a few years later, and they have the opportunity to become volunteers, they're going to do it as well. So it's kind of like a chain of reaction. We are empowering others to do the same that we do. So keep leading by example. And let's leave the Air Force better than we found it. I believe in that. I've been around for 15 years, and I want to leave the Air Force better than the way I found it. So let's do that. And you know what? Let me now try to answer some of the questions that I have here on the side. Let me see. It is great that a lot of you are sharing information and helping each other. It is awesome. Let me see here. Like I said earlier, the slides will be posted on the Facebook page. You'll be able to get the presentation from there. If you want a PDF slide, send me an email, and I'll be more than glad to send you the PDF file. And it's easier for you to share and easier for you to print. Great. It will be great if you keep sharing. Okay, I see here from Julie, I am confused. What you have told us is not what I am being told on my base of what a mentor is. Julie, I don't know something that what I've learned as a key spouse. You have two different roles. The mentor is the one that is going to help and lead the key spouse team. The mentor is going to assist a key spouse when they are dealing with something and they don't know how to handle it. The mentor is going to make sure everything is running the way they're supposed to and stuff like that. But you're not just a mentor. You're also a key spouse. And when you go to training, you learn about being a key spouse mentor. So as a key spouse, you also have a few responsibilities and not just oversee what is happening. You can also be part of the team. You can also help cook meals. You can also make phone calls even from time to time if you feel comfortable. Right now it's a little bit confusing because key spouse mentors do not receive training separate than key spouses. We all go to the same training. We all learn the same. We are not being trained to say, you are a mentor, this is what you do, and that's it. We are learning the same thing the key spouses are learning. So maybe this is a great point for us to address to the Air Force and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we need separate trainings. Maybe you need to be more specific about what is the role of a mentor and a key spouse. And from what I know, that we're working on some improvements and changes. I don't know when that is coming out, but I know that they are working hard in improving the roles and the responsibilities and how the key spouse program is being seen by others. So I know that they are working constantly and trying to improve the program. So let's just keep focused on that. And once there's some changes, hey, we can even have another webinar and we can talk about those changes. So Julie, thank you so much for sharing your concern. Now let me see. Okay, yep, and more about the slides. The National Guard, I see there's a National Guard spouse here. I don't know if we have any other ones, but you know, I know that a lot of the times in the National Guard, it's hard to reach out to other spouses because they're all over the place. Keep webinars in consideration. There's softwares out there that are free, and you can actually do webinars with the webcam, or you can do the slide presentations like right now. You can do that and make sure that you do a newsletter, make sure that you send emails from time to time. But if you want to be in touch and communicate with other spouses, take in consideration doing webinars and even just Google Hangouts. Just everybody logging in and have a group, a chat, and talk and learn and talk about resources. Kind of like a meeting, but you're just doing it online. So there's still ways for you and the National Guard be able to help others. And thank you for all of you that are saying that you found this encouraging and informative. I really hope that I was able to answer a lot of your questions and give you some guidance and empower you to do anything that you want to do, because you have the capability of doing it. So, and you know what? The Kisailus conference will be outstanding. I think that it will be great if they will bring all key spouses from the Air Force in just one place and teach us how to be better key spouses, how to become advocates, how to talk to others. I also believe that we need to propose that key spouses need to meet maybe once a year for a couple of days and train us to be the best key spouses that we can. And the more information we receive and the more training and the more that we learn, the better key spouses we will be and more healthy families we will have. So that's good for everyone. So Karen, thank you so much for that idea. That is outstanding. Let me see. If you find resistance with your ideas, a lot of the times you will. If you have been pushing for a while and there's still resistance, do whatever you can at your level. Do whatever you can without having to feel the resistance from others. If that doesn't go away, go to your key spouse coordinator and say, you know what, I've been trying all of this, it's not working. What can I do now? Can you, as a coordinator, talk to my commander? Can you talk to my mentor? Can you let us know where we are not communicating well enough and try to get rid of that resistance? You got people that you can reach out to if you are facing any kind of resistance. So don't just leave it there. Do something about it. Get a hold of your coordinator. If you want to talk to me about it, I can try to help you out, but keep pushing. Do not let resistance be there. A lot of the times resistance is just people putting a wall of, yeah, we need a wall here because I don't know what you're doing is not going to hurt me or hurt others. I don't know what to do. And a lot of the times we need to encourage those that are resistant about it to say, hey, just give me a chance. And you'll see that it's good for everyone. And let me see. Now, I agree that the conference should be in a warm place. So, yeah, that should be a lot of fun. I don't really like the cold, so that's great. Let me see. I think for right now, I don't know if I don't see any other questions. There was a lot of communication between all of you, which is amazing. You know, go ahead and ask for your email address. If there's something that you share in comment, start building relationship within key spouses. That way, all of you can get to learn from each other, share ideas, and help one another. So I think that's a great thing. So is there anything else? Okay, here, how do you break up key spouses in a large squadron that has 500 spouses? You know, there's a lot of different ways. You can actually break into different shops. You can actually break by flight. I don't know how the squadron it is, if it's a security forces, CE, whatever. I don't know what kind of squadron we're talking about, but you can assign one key spouse per shop, per flight, and then get together with all key spouses once a month or as often as you want, and find out from one another who needs help, who needs assistance, whose spouses are participating, who's not participating. There's a lot that you can do to break up into different pieces, but then be one at the same time. If you break it into pieces, make sure that you don't break it to a point that you will no longer be in one squadron or one family because you're all over the place. So that's something that you can do. And then here is the Air Force Key Spouse Network Facebook page for all of us to use as a forum network. You know, it is not an official page. This is just coming from me as a key spouse, and I want to share information. You can use it in whatever way you want. I always try to share valid information that will help you as a key spouse and that you can share with others spouses in your squadron so they can be alert or know about new resources of information. So yeah, I think it's pretty much up to you, but just remember this is not an official Facebook page from the Air Force or ANFRC. And like I said, I think that is pretty much here. Where can I find the Key Spouse Guide? You know, I have the guide right here, and I am going to post the link on the comments so that all of you can have access to it. Also, the Facebook page I have, there's a presentation where I've been sharing links for the reference guide for key spouses, for mentors, for commanders, and first sergeants. So go back to the Facebook page. If you don't find it, send me a message, and I will be more than glad to send you the information. Here's a link for the reference for a key spouse, the Key Spouse Guide. And let me see. So I think this is pretty much everything. Thank you everyone for being part of this. I really appreciate your assistance. This webinar is being recorded right now, and like I said, I'll be sharing the link with everyone maybe in the next day or two. Feel confident to share it with your ANFRC. Feel confident with sharing with other key spouses, with everyone that you know, even with your commander. Commanders need to know what key spouses are all about, what the key spouse training and program is all about. So maybe this can be helpful even for leadership. So go ahead and send them the link, and maybe we can do some great things here. So once again, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really hope that you learned something, that you feel stronger and more empowered to continue the role of a key spouse. All of our brand new key spouses, welcome to our key spouse family. We are here to help you. And if there's anything that you need, please let us know. And I'm just an email, phone call away, although I'm in New Mexico. I will love to talk to anyone that needs my help. So thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.